Hello friends, this week we're working on our 1800 era post office. Unfortunately we had a water leak that needed to be fixed urgently, so we brought up the excavator to dig the trenches, as well as setting up the garden beds in time to start our spring garden. Before we begin, please like, comment and subscribe, it would really mean a lot to our channel, and enjoy the video.
A couple of weeks ago I got a letter to say we had a high water usage and that our water bill was going to be about $1,000 for a quarter, which is ridiculous. So considering we don't actually use the water here at all at the moment, we went on a journey and we have property and we can't find exactly where it's leaking, but there is some pipe work that is leaking, so we started a journey of tracing where the water went. So for the time being, Albi has capped off the water that comes out of the mains here, and next weekend we're bringing in the excavator to trench through and put a new water line in. So in the process, a few things have happened. We'll go on a journey and explain that to you now. And then that leads us to our unfortunate incident that happened the other week. So Albi was here trying to work out where the mains comes in, and as you can see, this hot water service has seen better days. So he was here digging around here and touched the copper pipe that come into the hot water service, and he got electrocuted. Then he went around to inspect to turn the meter off, and while he was around there, LJ, being nosy like she is, must have come in and sniffed what he was doing, and it got her. Lucky he was there and he threw the power straight away. So at that point we had to call an electrician in.
The wire coming through here that was going to the hot water service, and it was touching, shorted out on this pipe here.
So how do we end up with the wall missing in this process?
I was trying to find the wire that was touching the pipe somewhere, so I ripped this off to see where the pipe's been, because I thought the wire was behind here.
So now we've got a wall to fix at this house. Just not quite now. We weren't planning on pulling it down straight away, but we did have to find the problem. And
that's why I can nail that back on, babe. It's all good.
When this was pulled off, there was a wire that was touching the copper pipe, which led to it being live, which led to both poor Albi and LJ getting zapped. But that's all been fixed now. The electrician's been out, everything's safe, and now we just have to put the panel back on the wall until we start renovations over here. And as you can see, Albi's detective work comes around the corner to this wall, which now needs to be fixed.
Because I needed to see where the water comes into the house, because you can't work it out. So I've worked it out now. The pipe comes down along that wall to that tap, then from that tap comes into here to the laundry, and then underneath there somewhere then goes up in here to the toilet. So now I know where all the water pipes come into the house. And my electrician told me that I can't get on the ceiling, on the roof, because I could get electrocuted in case there was the solar panels on the roof that were doing it all. So I had a brainwave, and I've just come in here and I've gone through the ceiling so I can see everything in there.
So now, once again, Daniel's got another ceiling to replace. We weren't actually going to touch this ceiling, but I guess now this one's getting replaced as well.
Half of it.
You might as well do the whole thing.
No, just a half.
No, because Daniel won't be happy with that. Look at that terrible corners. You think Daniel's going to leave that there? So as you can see, Albi's been a busy boy. He has been deconstructing rather than renovating, but in his defence it had to be done because it was a dangerous situation where we basically had everything was live, including the copper piping outside. So that's why work's been a bit slow on the other place, because this had to be sorted out, because we just didn't want anything live and we didn't want anyone here while it was live. The electrician's been, problem's been sorted, and now next week we need to actually sort out the water so that we actually have water back at the property again.
I was saying to my camera before, I've got to ratchet out all this garden so Alison can start planting more more plants up here. Last year she had this all full of zinnias, I think they are.
Yeah.
And so she's going to plant them back here. So I've got this bed to dig up. I've got that bed over there to dig up. And I've got in that other bay over there to dig up as well where the fruit trees are.
Yeah, so lots of work to get the summer cottage garden in, so that's our job today. To get this all rotary hoed and ready so that once the seedlings at home start to grow, we can actually transfer them into here. So this should be all full of cut flowers in a couple of months' time. Do a bit of recycling. Just spotted these in this aviary here. I'm going to take them home, put them in the greenhouse, put a rack on the top and one down the bottom, and then I'll have 2 racks to put seedlings in this week. So doing a bit of recycling and using stuff that's laying around.
This is what happens when you don't water your plants.
Yes, unfortunately, with having no water here, this guy's been a bit of a casualty. We've tried to set them all in pots and that so that they've got water in their base, but this guy got missed, so he should do okay. He's got plenty of green stuff. He's got new shoots coming, so just giving him a bit of a trim back and we'll get him in the ground next week and I think he'll be fine. It's an Australian native, a Banksia, and hopefully he'll kick on and we'll have a nice bush next year. Unfortunately, the other side effect of having to turn the water off is we're now bucketing water to all the plants, because unfortunately they're not going to wait until it's fixed to get a drink.
Well, I'm at Pinery 2 today at the old post office, and I had a little helper when I was doing my pipe work near the meter, and then he disappeared. But he's done a runner for the back door because he always loves to come in this back door. He seems to know when I'm here, and he will walk straight in the house.
Well, we've successfully unloaded the excavator, so time to get to work and dig this ditch so that we can actually get water connected back to the house. And then Albi's going to do some levelling out. So time to get to work. as you can see here, one of our little friends, this guy hangs around all the time. He's managed to get into my little covered orchard area, and he's just sitting here sunning himself. He often tries to get in the back door of the house when we've got the back door open. And to think, Albi thought he was going to dig this by hand today. He thought it'd be too much effort to bring the excavator up here, but this is what we've been digging out. I honestly don't know how the farmers around here farm this soil. There's crops all around us, and the ground here is just absolutely full of these huge boulders. Well, it's been a really, really long weekend. We've got a lot done, and as you can see, we've got the pipe in. We're not going to fill it in at this stage until we know we've got no water leaks. Once we've filled it in, then we need to get rid of these boulders. So that's it for us for this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
See you guys, like and subscribe. See ya.